Hey everybody, Alex Kozora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some more Pittsburgh Steelers tape breakdown and analysis. I think over the last 2 weeks, one of the common themes from how Pittsburgh has won their games against Cincinnati and Seattle on Sunday is the physicality they've shown up front, especially offensively, running the ball. You talk about a losing streak, 3 games, how do you turn things around? It's details, it's effort, it's strain, and I saw a lot of that against Seattle this weekend. Before we start, if you guys could like this video, also subscribe to the channel and check out the site SteelersDepot.com. Would really appreciate that. So let's dive right on in. And examples of effort and strain. We're not going to talk about the running backs because they were fantastic. Najee Harris, Jaylen Warren. You guys already know that. I've seen all the highlights, the angry runs, etc. I want to talk about the more hidden moments of this game. We'll start off with the very first snap of the game. Watch Darnell Washington on the DN52. Doesn't impact the play, but I just love the finish. You see him drive his feet and kind of maybe anger that defensive end and just showing we're going to finish our blocks and we're going to play past the whistle essentially and kind of get on that line to see how far we can, go before the refs tell us to stop. So just watching him finish that block. It's small. I know there's going to be some probably better and clearer examples, but first snap of the game, got your big rookie tight end. He's locked on. He secures the block. And he's going to run his feet the whole way through just to get in the head. He let 52 know, I'm here all day. All right, if you thought that last example was kind of boring, I promise you this one will be much better and maybe less of an example of effort and strain, but just talking about the physicality Pittsburgh brought across the board and really took it to Seattle offensively in this game. So watch Broderick Jones, the right tackle. You may or may not have seen the clip already, but it's worth watching again, especially from the all-22 view. Just a big old tall stack of pancakes on number 20, Julian Love, and that's just physicality. You see Pickens letting them know that's a heck of a block. Let's look from the other end zone view, and I'm going to slow it down here for you guys so we can really enjoy this one as Jones pulling around on the start scheme they've used in recent weeks with Dan Moore and with Broderick Jones out on number 20, the pancake, and then the finish on top. Again, just a really nice play there, setting the tone relatively early in this one, and a great block by Broderick Jones. One last look from this view. And you love to see it here. If you are Pittsburgh, just a great individual effort, the physicality, that's what Jones has brought. We'll stick with Broderick Jones out of this pistol run with Najee Harris behind Mason Rudolph. And again, watching Jones, the right tackle, on 53, the left defensive end, and securing the block, not impacting the play, but just watching the drive and finish. These little things, and they add up in big ways and small, and you just love to see the effort that was a talking point, obviously, during the losing streak. It was more centered around George Pickens and Deontay earlier in that first game against Cincinnati. But you've really seen across the board this team show tremendous effort. Even stuff like Deontay right here on this RPO. Just, realizing, okay, it's going to be a run. Let's get downfield. Maybe get in the way. Maybe they bust this run. Something like that. Pickens blocking as well if this was going to be an RPO, a throw to Deontay Johnson. Again, it's little stuff, but that little stuff adds up. And that was missing during this losing streak. You talk about culture and guys buying in. We're seeing buy-in right now. Zorro toss from Pittsburgh that they've run many times this season, and we're going to see a little creative way to do it with Allen Robinson motioning and then motioning back out, and a great run here by Najee. Tough run. We're going to enjoy that for a second, and Pat Meyer, the O-line coach, getting fired up, as you should be for moments like this. But watch Darnell Washington finish this block here as well, and just on Julian Love, who 20 for Seattle. Julian Love had a rough day. He got beat up, and he's a pretty physical dude, but Washington obviously twice his size and just throwing him down, just finishing that block the whole way through right there. Again, just things you want to see. The Zorro toss for Pittsburgh has generally been effective this season, and it's well blocked. It's a great run by Harris, and guys are just finishing. Robinson as well. I didn't even notice that. There's Allen Robinson doing the same. You obviously want to make sure you don't get called for a block in the back or anything like that. That's going to negate a really positive run. But we're seeing guys finish their blocks. Rodney Williams, he's hustling. You're just seeing the effort and the strain and the finish that you have been hoping for and needing and wanting to see. Let's talk pass game. And the run game really influenced play action, and we're going to see the Seattle linebackers really bite hard on this play action, and it's going to open up Deontay Johnson, flooding Seattle's zone coverage. But watch George Pickens downfield, and he got some praise, and rightfully so, on the Warren touchdown for throwing a block. But I honestly don't think Pickens did a whole lot. This play, he did more. He turns into a blocker here on the corner, who is not really trying to fight off the block that much to begin with. But, Pickens, that was a discussion. Are you showing effort for your teammates? It's a great effort play to make that block and then celebrate with Deontay Johnson for the big play. And there's Jaylen Warren, because Jaylen Warren is omnipresent and he's always around where the football is at. So it's good scheme overall, but I love the effort there from Pickens. He got criticized, as he should. We're going to praise him when he does things the right way. Very next play, and this is Najee Harris's team effort. The touchdown goes to Harris, but this is a touchdown for the entire offense, as the tight ends, the offensive line, etc. pull Harris across. You talk about just plays that take the soul from a defense. They get the stop almost at the line of scrimmage, essentially there, and then just the leg churn of Harris and Freiermuth and Washington. Those are the moments where you feel like, okay, we can do no wrong. We are just taking it to these guys. They cannot stop us. They will not stop us. You see the tremendous effort overall, even Hayward getting in there across the board, and guys just feed off of that. And the body language and the energy, see it from Dan Moore, 65 coming across. It really amps these guys up. The adage is true. These linemen, they love to run block more than pass block, and they really feed off of that. They get a spark from it, and Pittsburgh rolled that the entire way, including into the end zone on this play. Last example, and we will return to old friend Jaylen Warren, who certainly has never had his effort and desire questioned and probably never will. But Dave Bryan pointed this out on Twitter on the George Pickens little pop pass that has become fairly in vogue. Jaylen Warren, the lead block, again on number 20, Julian Love, who just had a heck of a time. Him and Devin Bush right there, number 0, having a heck of a time. But Warren out in space as that lead blocker, leading the charge for Pickens on this successful play. And so that's just, the things you want to see. Robinson, Washington, Warren, even Deontay, running this one down. Let's look at Deontay here. Heck, that's great effort by Johnson. I'm finding Easter eggs as we talk through it, because there are so many in this game. I assume this is designed. Deontay probably without a great chance of getting the football here. Again, not actually throwing a block, but the effort. He's running. He's finishing this one out. Eddie Faulkner cited the fumble that Johnson had, that Pickens made the tackle of. It was overturned on that, replay review. But just across the board, they're little things. It's not as in-depth about the X's and O's. We love doing those things, and we hopefully will do at least one more video on that. There's an idea I had for the pass game I want to talk about, but this really matters, especially for where Pittsburgh was at. You're just seeing a different intensity and energy and effort and strain. And of course, when you win, plays go well and the offense is rolling, you feel good and you can really feed off of that. But again, we're seeing first snap of the game from Washington early in the game, the Jones pancake, and they really rode that to victory. So really happy overall with where this team is at. What's going to happen on Saturday against the Ravens and playoff chances, who the heck knows? But overall, I just see a different feel from this team, and it's been required. It's how you dig yourself out of a hole, is making those detailed plays and finishing your blocks and being physical. And when Pittsburgh does that, they win. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching. Please like this video. Please subscribe, and also check out the website SteelersDepot.com. Thank you again, and we'll talk to you soon.